Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a kind of a quick video here. Um, of course, everything going on lately, it's just been bananas. And everything's happening at such a rapid pace. I kind of wanted to, after a bunch of reading, I wanted to just put down some of my thoughts on what's going on. And, more importantly, lately I've been thinking about what can you do about, things these days. And for instance, I mean, we're, out of money. You had Arnold Schwarzenegger today telling California, hey, we're done. We're going to have to cut the budget to the bare bone, which they have to do anyway. But heck, what the heck's going to happen in California when they do that? And you've got Geithner over in China, and he obviously went over there to try and smooth the path for borrowing more money, and I don't think that went very well. He got laughed off the stage when he was telling the Chinese that the dollar's sound. And it's just, everything that's going on. We got this debt, and you look at oil, and all these financial genius analysts are telling us, oh yeah, well, oil's going up because the economy's doing good. The oil's going up because the dollar's collapsing. That's absolutely what's going on. And the bond rates, they're climbing up. And you even had Geithner. I couldn't even believe this from the other day. Geithner was asked about the bond rate. Well, why are these long bonds going up? And he's confused about it. He's the head of the Fed. He was trying to say that the bond rates are going up the same thing that they said about oil. Bond rates are going up because the economy's doing good. No, idiot, Geithner. The bond rates are going up because nobody wants to touch them with a 10-foot pole, especially the 30-year ones. And then everybody looks at the shorter bonds, so, well, they're doing pretty good. Okay, yeah, you're not putting it up for 30 years on a 7. But, anyway, I don't want to get too much into stocks. Everybody knows that's just crazy. I pulled up a chart on the, I didn't even actually realize this, but I looked at the S&P 500. I was looking at the overall index has a price to earnings ratio of 120. It's an all-time high. A 120 PE, and they got $7 in estimated earnings. Now, that's just insane, and people are calling for it to go higher. Basically what you're supposed to put down 120 bucks in order to get a $1 return. And they're calling that good. I'll tell you what, if they're calling that good, we're in far worse shape than even I thought. But, and a couple other little BS things they came out with, like the housing data today. Oh, there's a great excitement. Houses are selling out there. Well, if you look inside what they're calling great sales, they're foreclosed on homes that need all kinds of work, and they're priced below what new construction would be. So what good is that going to do anybody? It's not going to create any profits for anyone. So they're coming out with this news, and it's just going a mile. Yeah, you hear 10 of them a day now. Oh, they're pointing to something. Oh, look how great this is here. And it's not good at all. We got, this country is going to, pretty soon, it's going to get brought down to its knees, I really think. I think the economy here within a year or so, or this country, and it's tough to say, and I don't want it to happen, but I think it's the reality, is it's going to look worse than what the Great Depression was. I think they're going to be talking about what's going on in this country and what's going to happen. They'll be talking about this for 1,000 years. And the tough part is, if you look at how those people think about us, they'll go, what were these people thinking? How could you fall so asleep to allow this kind of thing to happen? And I think we're going to go into, I think we're going to have a Great Depression. We're going to have, massively high inflation because, and I used to say, how are you going to have inflation, when nobody, has a job or any money or anything? Well, it's the only thing they can do now is to inflate the currency. They're going to try to inflate their way out of it, and that's really all they can do. So, real quick, a couple things that I've done, and really we see these videos all on YouTube. We all know what's going on, and it's not going to be good. So what can you do? And I just went out and I bought a new water purifier. It's one of the real nice one. It's that Caddy Pocket Pro. It comes in a little case. It's just this big. I found this one. I got it on eBay actually used, and new. They're 300 bucks or so. I found this one on eBay for 90 bucks. It had just been used a couple times. You can tell it's brand new. But heck, you know, you can keep this with you, and it'll pump 20,000 gallons of water. It uses a recleanable filter and just a pickup hose. And you know, one of those things that kind of creates some peace of mind, you know, because you have that, and you know you can provide at least water for yourself and your family and friends and all that. So little things like that, you know, kind of produce some, at least it kind of, you know, preparedness gives you some peace of mind, and you know, for what's coming up. And I really don't think it's going to be too good. I try and tell people, and of course I'm, you know, oh, what are you, crazy? Oh, of course everything will always be fine. And I don't think it'll be too long to where just everyday needs, or, you know, everyday stuff you're used to is not going to necessarily be available. And watch out for the banks too. You know, I've taken, you know, dollars that I have in the bank, and I've put most all of them into foreign currencies. And for, you know, New Zealand dollar's doing very well, and Australian too, and India, of course, they're booming. Of course, they're moving in the opposite direction we are. They've gone away from, you know, all the socialism stuff, and they've gotten in basically a free market government. And that, you know, and China's wants to deal with them too, and they are. But anyway, I just wanted to make a little video, get a couple things off my mind. So thanks a lot